Today, we're diving into a really fascinating linguistic puzzle right at the heart of the Qur'an. It's all about pronouns, I, we, and he, and what they tell us about the nature of divine speech. It's more interesting than you might think.
So where's the puzzle? Well, if you're just reading through, the language in the Quran can sometimes feel a little contradictory. And it all boils down to one very specific and very powerful word. And here it is, the central question. If a core belief of Islam is the absolute, uncompromising oneness of God, why does the Quran so often use the plural we when God is speaking? It seems like a major contradiction, right? Well, the answer is way more complex and, honestly, more brilliant than you'd expect.
Okay, to really get why this is such a big deal, we need to talk about Tawheed. This isn't just a concept, it's the absolute foundation of Islam. It means God is completely one, singular, indivisible. So you can see how throwing a we into the mix would raise some eyebrows. Is it a contradiction? Let's find out. So, how do we start to unravel this mystery? Well, our first big clue isn't found in the theology, surprisingly. It's hidden in the grammar of classical Arabic itself. The first piece of the puzzle is something called the royal we, or the plural of majesty. And this isn't something unique to the Quran at all. It's a classic literary device that you find in a ton of languages, and it was definitely a big part of classical Arabic back then. You see, the royal we has nothing to do with counting how many people are speaking. It's a tool used by a single person of very high status. Think of a king saying, "We are not amused." It's meant to convey immense authority, power, and grandeur. It basically elevates the speaker, setting them apart from everyone else. So when you see a verse in the Quran that says, "We created the heavens," that "we" is there to inspire awe. It's not counting heads. It's magnifying the incredible supreme power of God, making it clear that this act of creation is something far beyond any human capability. But hold on. The royal we is just one part of the story. It gets even deeper. The Quran actually uses 3 distinct divine voices, and each pronoun, I, we, and he, is chosen for a very specific reason and has its own personality. The best way to picture this is like a rhetorical toolkit. When the goal is to create a feeling of closeness, intimacy, and mercy, the text uses I. When it's about making grand declarations of power and creation, it pulls out the majestic we. And when it's giving an objective, almost third-person account, it uses he. Every single choice is deliberate. Let's look at an example of I. Just listen to the language. My servants, I am near, I respond. This is incredibly personal, isn't it? It's like a direct, one-to-one conversation. It's designed to make you feel that God's mercy and compassion are right there, immediately accessible to you. Now, let's totally switch gears and look at the voice of we. The topic here is just cosmic. We're talking about building and expanding the entire universe. The plural we gives a sense of power and majesty that a simple I just couldn't capture. It's all-encompassing. And finally, we have the voice of he. This chapter is one of the most powerful statements on Tawheed. The pronoun he is used to give a clear, objective, almost textbook definition of God. It's like a narrator stepping back to describe the nature of things, creating this feeling of a timeless, absolute truth. So, we have these 3 distinct voices, but here's where it gets really brilliant. The true genius lies in how the Quran shifts between them. This is the master key to the whole puzzle. Now, you might think switching between I, we, and he is an error or some kind of inconsistency, but it's the exact opposite. It's a deliberate and incredibly sophisticated literary device in Arabic called Iltifāt. It's a purposeful shift in perspective designed to jolt the listener, to make them pay attention, and to add a whole new layers of meaning. Let's break down a real example so you can see it in action. A verse starts in the third person. He is but one God. Okay, that's a transcendent, objective fact. But then, in the very next breath, it shifts, so fear me alone. And boom. All of a sudden, that distant truth becomes a direct, personal, and super urgent command. It makes the message absolutely impossible to ignore. So why do this? Well, it serves a bunch of purposes. First, it keeps you on your toes and prevents the text from getting repetitive. But more importantly, it allows different divine qualities like transcendence and intimacy to be highlighted one after another. And by showing that he and I are the same being, it powerfully hammers home that core concept of Tawheed, the oneness of God. So, we've gone through the grammar and the rhetoric, But let's get to the real question. Why does any of this matter? Because it transforms the act of reading the text from a simple intellectual exercise into something much, much deeper. At the end of the day, this intricate dance of pronouns isn't just about showing off fancy grammar. For the person engaging with the text, it's designed to be a spiritual catalyst. It's meant to directly shape their relationship with the divine. So think about the impact. That majestic, powerful we inspires a sense of humility, right? It reminds you of your place before this infinite creator. But then the direct personal I steps in and builds confidence, telling you that the same immense power is also near and listening. All these voices work together to deepen your reverence and trust in the message. And this leaves us with a final, bigger thought to chew on. The linguistic design of the Qur'an is really a powerful reminder of something universal. The words we choose, the language we use, it doesn't just describe reality. It actively shapes how we perceive it, whether we're talking about our everyday lives or trying to comprehend the nature of the divine itself.